Heed well, listeners, for this world is darkness and pain. From the ice-capped mountains of Jotunheim to the untamed steppes in all their wild splendor. From shrouded Ophir, where dark creatures perform darker rites, to civilized lands like Argos and Zamar, where humans seek diversions, while their petty rulers wage endless war upon one another. The Stygian blackness of night encroaches from all sides, but some there are who stand against it, for revenge, for power, for bloodlust, or for principle. They bring their steel against this world. Throk of the wild barbarians, Arven of the Shadar Kai, Daro the Faceless One, and Raylan, the Promised One, Herald of Zelios. Against all they survey, these four will prevail. Or they will perish.
Hello, and welcome to Shadows of Archonia, our 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons game. I am Steve Boshear. I will be your Dungeon Master for this evening. Who's the rest of you?
I'm Joshua, and I'll be playing Throk.
I'm Alan. I'm going to be playing Zelios.
Carolynn, I'm playing Arven.
And Matt, and I'm playing Daro.
Welcome, yous guys. If you've never watched our show before, this is our 36th episode, I think. I got a little confused on the numbers. It might be 35, it might be 37. I think it's 36. I'll double check later. But
Plus or minus.
yeah, we're pushing 40. So we in this game make heavy use of the Dark Arts Player's Companion, which is a third-party 5th edition supplement by a Reddit user named JonoMan3000. You can find it for free on the internet. I believe the 3rd edition, as of tonight, is the most recent one. It is chock full of all sorts of new player character options for 5th edition. There's new races, there's new subclasses for every class in the player's handbook. There's new spells, there's new monsters. It's fantastic. We've been in love with it for a long time, for a couple of editions of it, in fact. We use a lot of it in this game. So if you see any spells or class abilities that you don't recognize, that's why. You also just saw our intro, which has music by J-Man at OurMusicBox. You can check out his YouTube channel, OurMusicBox. It's got hundreds of free music tracks that you can use in your creative projects for the cost of crediting J-Man, which is fantastic. You also heard the voiceover by Alexander George M.S, a great friend of the show, who lent his vocal talents to our narration, and the artwork that you saw in that intro was by myself. I do 3D rendered digital artwork of RPG characters. I do take commissions. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter as Mighty Works Character Portraits, or on ArtStation under my real name, which is Steve Boshear. And if you would like your character or party rendered in my style, hit me up through one of those social platforms, and I'll get back to you. Hey, Canuck's here. Hello, Canuck. Good to see you.
You are Canuck.
If you're watching this on YouTube and you don't know what I'm talking about, we stream live on Twitch every Friday night at 8:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. if you're watching this on Twitch, we have a YouTube channel, and you can go down below and find a link to it where you can watch all of our back episodes. We also have a Discord, which everyone should check out. We are on there a lot. We love to interact with our viewers. Come find us. If you're on YouTube, it's in the description box. If you're on Twitch, it's in all the info underneath the video. Either way, it's under the video. Come find our Discord. We'd love to meet you. So, yous guys were traveling.
Yep.
We had just finished with that cave, right? I mean the place we found.
No, man, you forgot an entire episode. You guys went and got involved in some farm kids' love life.
Oh yeah.
Wow, wow, wow. I thought it was just Saturday for you.
Man, I don't know what day it is anymore.
It's been a
It's
long
Friday.
quarantine.
I'm sure people can relate. Yesterday
Yeah.
I thought it was Friday, dude. I came on the Skype call yesterday, and I was like, "Where's the call?" And it was Thursday.
See, I'm still working. I mean, I always did work from home, so it's not. I mean, my kids and my wife are here with me, so that's different. But as far as my job, it's actually busier than usual. So I'm not forgetting what day it is.
Must be nice.
Must be nice.
I know.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well,
The entire
so
business closed. Like they're
Well,
just not in operation anymore.
that sucks really bad.
yeah.
At least you're getting unemployment, right?
Well, as soon as they send me the paperwork, yeah.
Right. That's good.
Mm.
That's good.
Tough times, yo.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Joshua's still working, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
me and you are still working, and everybody else, I think, is sitting on their hands.
Yeah.
Man, you think I'm sitting on my hands all day?
Well,
No, I know you
clearly
need your
using yours
hands.
to drink.
You need your hands to work the
Man.
controller. I know.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
I'm working on other things.
All right.
Yeah. I
Creating
actually
good
just got a
content for
Switch, so
Oh yeah?
yeah. Came
Did you get
today.
Animal Crossing?
I did.
I visit your island
Shout
after
out-
this.
Shout out to the yeah. Well, I got it today, so you won't be able to until tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
Not
But,
a
shout out to the person who sent that to me.
Oh, I know who that was probably.
not a sponsor.
Wait, they sent you a whole Switch?
Yep.
Dang, must be nice.
They are.
I wish
Now
I
they
could
only
get
sent her
a
half the Switch.
Yeah, right. It's a light. It's cute. It's the turquoise one.
It's
I
like
really
the start of a quest. Here's half of your Switch. All right, guys. So, recap-wise, you guys were traveling. Let me bring up your little map here. You've been traveling north on what is more or less your final leg to Jotunheim. You were way out in Argus at the beginning of our story here, and you traveled for pretty much a year in real lifetime. Several weeks, I haven't been keeping track overall, but months probably of travel in game to reach Lethia, and after leaving the capital city of Leth, you turned north. You are now making your way further and further into the sort of outskirts of the nation to try and find a route up into Jotunheim. When we last saw you guys, you were in the village of Nithron, where you had, for some reason, decided to get yourself involved in the social troubles of a group of teenagers. The innkeeper's son and a brother and sister who lived on the farm, Mary, Connor, and Josiah, who were not in any danger at all until you showed up, at which point Josiah got knocked unconscious twice, Mary fainted, and Connor somehow got the girl.
Good job, guys. High five.
Yeah, good job.
Everyone definitely pulled off an episode of Dawson's Creek or whatever it was.
Aging yourself.
Yeah.
They should be grateful. I wish a couple of demons and vagabonds would come around to help me with my relation problems.
Right.
Does your girlfriend watch the show?
She's catching up still.
Wait, do you have a girlfriend? No, I didn't know.
I'm not even gonna fuck.
Okay. In all fairness, Matt was absent for like 50% of the episodes before the beginning of this year, so he may not have heard the entire girlfriend of Alan story.
She doesn't go here.
Saga.
She goes, yeah, she lives in Canada. You wouldn't know her.
She's real, damn it. Right?
He showed us a picture once, but that could have been anybody.
I'm gonna message her right now.
Yeah, that could also
Yeah,
be
you do
anybody.
that.
Yeah.
Message her. Tell her to get onto Twitch.
Yeah, I gotta see
And
her
tell
name
her
in
to
chat.
chat with us. Yeah.
Yeah.
If
All
her
right.
name's not in chat, she doesn't.
She might be asleep, but whatever.
Oh yeah, she's probably
Couldn't be
asleep.
Indians.
You're right. You shouldn't wake her up.
Latest, it's 11 o'clock. 11:45 on a Friday night. When everyone in the world is in quarantine. What's she doing?
Is she a doctor, Alan?
A doctor? No.
Is she a nurse?
No.
She's not busy.
She's not.
Wait, is she tech support?
No.
Oh. Yeah.
We're still looking for a tech person, you know,
Yeah.
post quarantine.
Yeah, once
Right.
all this is over, obviously.
I don't know what I can. I don't know that I can get you a candy bar, but
Well, they can't come to my house either, so
right. So
Post quarantine.
or any of
You
your
might be-
houses.
yeah, that won't help.
Okay, Carolyn, I need you to settle something for me that I've been dealing
Oh.
with for, 5 weeks?
Okay.
Are those paintings or windows?
Windows.
These? They're
Yeah.
paintings.
Damn. I thought they were windows.
They've been out of focus every week. And
Yeah, I
I've
know.
never been able to figure out if they're paintings or windows.
Okay, but it's like we play until almost midnight. Like, why would that be a window anything?
Well,
It looks like a
Midnight.
window to me.
It
Like,
looks
it looks
like-
like blinders.
Yeah, it looks like a
you know?
shade or something over.
Oh.
Busted windows.
I didn't think that that's what outside looks like.
Wow, your outside's pretty abstract.
I mean,
Well,
I've
no, you
been
know, you've got
New
like
York,
the
so-
beach and then the water and then the sunset.
Well, out of focus it looks
And then
abstract.
on this one, you've just got the beach and the other side of the bay, I guess.
All right.
Just
Well, we're
sky.
being super entertaining right now. So,
Oh yeah. That's right.
No,
Game,
this is
we're
good.
here to
They're getting
play.
a-
We're here to play. Yeah.
They're getting a little glimpse into our real lives.
That's true,
Yeah.
and it's super impressive.
I
Well,
think
we're
so.
all on lockdown, so
Yeah. It's not like they're busy.
yeah. It's not like any of us are busy.
Oh boy. Yeah. Normally we have like a half hour to 45 minutes where we're all hanging out around the table before. Thank you, Canuck.
Yeah, we never
Canuck
really-
says that was an important question. Yeah,
We never really talk. We never really talk anymore.
I know.
Yeah.
All
It's always
right.
business. We come onto the stream and Steve's like, business, roll your dice, business.
That's exactly how I phrase it as well. Yeah.
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 Yeah. We don't even know what he means. We just
Business, roll your dice.
All right. So we've been when we left off, you guys were rolling out in a Thron, heading to Quietus. Now, we've been using this journey system that we're adapting from the Adventures in Middle-earth book. So you guys have your various roles that you've been playing. Thus far, Darrow has been your guide. That doesn't have to be the same for every journey. You guys set Nithron as your destination last time, so this is technically a new journey. You can change up the roles if you want. Throck was the hunter. I honestly don't even remember which one of you was the scout or the lookout. But I think
I was the scout.
okay, yeah, because you went and
shadowed
found Douglas, the guy you met on the road.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you definitely scouted
Gave
that
me
guy.
these ears.
Yeah, well, ish. So anyway, if you guys are rolling out in a Thrawn, are you going to keep the same roles?
We can do that?
You can change up the roles if you want. Darrow doesn't have to be your guide forever.
Oh, no, sorry. I thought you meant like keep the roles that we made last time.
Oh,
Like
no.
the physical
You're saying
roles.
your same positions. Your same jobs.
I'll stay scout.
All right.
Yeah, I'll say. I'm already holding the map and looking at it. So
Cool. Well, let's
What
have
was I?
what?
I said, what was I? Lookout?
Yeah.
Lookout, yeah.
Yeah, you were the lookout.
because you got your
'Cause you
bird.
you got your bird.
That's right.
Yeah. So, that being the case, let's have your embarkation roll, Matt.
D12, right?
Yes, sir.
And plus survival.
Yeah, plus survival and half of your wisdom bonus.
Which is none, but survival's plus 3. So 9 total.
9 total. All right. Okay. All right. Sorry, we had messages flying around. I'm not entirely sure if they were visible to the audience. I had something over that part of the screen right then, so I don't know. Okay, so you rolled a
I'm seeing on
9.
Twitch. Yep.
As you guys leave town, it's actually a pretty nice day. The road is a little rougher. The weather's starting to get a little colder as you go further north, compared to the 2 previous legs of your journey. But you've got, for being a little nippier, the weather's still pretty good. The sky is clear. And you guys are feeling pretty well rested and pretty inspired by the tremendous act of what's the word? Of goodness, I guess, that you guys accomplished while you were in Nithron.
A job well done.
Heroes.
You guys,
For us, it feels good. For everyone else,
altruism. That's the word I was looking for. Tremendous
Altruism.
act of altruism that you guys scared the living crap out of a farm boy with a drunk dad, and you got 2 crazy kids together. So
Pats on the back.
pats on
Pats
the
on
back.
the back.
Everyone, good jobs all around.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, yeah, it looks like Joshua had to step away. He'll be back as soon as he can. I usually like to throw up a Throck picture there, but I didn't have it ready tonight. So there you go. Now we're just going to look at the empty chair.
That's fine.
All right, so I'm going to roll to see what happens to you guys. Oh, interesting.
Oh no.
Oh,
No.
yes.
I
Oh,
don't like the
yes.
sound of that.
Here comes Dave.
So, on the first, in the like the, not the first day, not the first morning, but the first afternoon of your journey, you are traveling this road up between Nithron and Quietus. When you, what? Oh, you're traveling this road up from Nithron to Quietus. The road's getting a little rougher. It's obviously not as heavily used. The farther away from the capital you get, the less well-worn the roads are. And off in the distance, off to your left, towards the west of the road, you see...
Towards the river?
Yeah, towards the river. You see, at first, kind of on the horizon, but then getting closer to the point where you are passing within probably 300 yards of it. You see the crumbled ruins of a pure white tower of stone.
Let's go touch it.
You want to send your bird over there or something and check it out and see if it's worth
Yeah.
stopping?
Yeah, sure. Let's go ahead and send Braun over.
Okay. Are you going to look through Braun's eyes?
I am going to turn to Darrow and tell him to watch my back, and then I will look through Braun's eyes.
All right. Darrow hasn't forgotten who he is for a long time at this point, so it's a good call.
I've been basically staying in my Darrow form mostly. I think that's helped a lot.
Yeah, that's true. Except for
And I've
when
been
you were
attending games.
when you were that kid in the farm town. But so you
Yeah.
You send Braun, and he flies around this tower. He notices something interesting. The tower, as he flies around it, the bottom area where you would walk up to it from ground level is mostly intact. It's only the upper floors that have kind of caved in. But the thing that you notice through Braun's eyes is that none of the walls around the outside, which is perfectly circular, have any openings. No doors or windows of any kind to enter the tower.
Interesting. I'm going to have Braun keep looking. And I'm going to snap out of it and relay the information to everyone.
Okay, so if you're going to describe it to them, what you saw was the stone kind of, given the damage and the level of ruin to the tower, it's obviously very old, but for some reason the stone hadn't gotten dirty. It was still this pristine white stone, which is why you guys were able to see it from so far away as you rode up.
But there was nothing else unusual about it?
No, it was there were a couple of outbuildings around the tower, also ruined, not made of the same type of stone, collapsed to the extent that you wouldn't have noticed them if the tower hadn't been nearby.
Well, what do you guys think? Worth checking out?
I think so. It seems odd that there would be a ruined tower with no way in, even in the ruins.
I'm up for it.
We always have a way in. We have a Throck.
That
Yes,
is true.
But hey,
But
watch out for those tall buildings, though. Remember the last time.
Somebody sounds like they're in the middle of the freeway with their microphone.
Yeah, that's probably mine.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not mine.
I was looking at Matt, honestly. I know his house is very trafficy.
It's hot and there's fans going everywhere.
Oh.
You will occasionally hear somebody drag racing near my house, so be on the
Yeah,
lookout
I
for
think
that.
someone's drag racing near mine too.
We've got 2 airports near my house, but at the moment they're quiet. So you guys are approaching the ruins.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Sure.
Sorry, chat. We have a guest in
I
chat.
see, yeah. I see Alan's alternate screen name there.
Oh, by the way, my girlfriend's in chat.
Uh-huh.
Sure. That's a different person.
I swear. It's a real person.
We're getting you in so much trouble, I'm sure.
It's okay, Alan. We believe you. All right. So, how are you guys approaching? Are you taking the horses with you? Are you leaving them on the road? Are you taking them part way? Or what's going on?
I feel like we should take him with us, at least up until like right where the tower is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I tie him off to a tree nearby?
Yeah, you can find a tree reasonable distance from the tower to tie him to. Of course, the one with the cart still has jerky all over it.
Still jerky left? All right.
Well, it's not even quite jerky yet. It's still drying out. You guys salted it and hung it to turn into jerky. Unless Throck ate it all, I don't know. You had an entire side of beef.
Just yet, but
Yeah. So, you guys reach the tower, and just as Oven reported, there is no obvious way in.
Are there any openings near the top of the tower that we can see?
Yeah.
Yeah, how's the
Even
condition of the roof?
15 to 20 feet up, the stone has begun to collapse. So you could climb and get in, but there's no door.
There's no door. So what I'm thinking, I could use my shadow form and run myself up the wall into the tower. But I'm trying to figure out how I will get you guys in the tower once I'm inside.
wait, how far up?
I can climb as far as up high as I want with the shadow form.
I mean, I can climb.
I mean, I could spider my way up the wall, man.
Oh, you're gonna turn into a spider?
I could.
Okay. And what about Daro?
I'll carry him.
I was trying to read if my shadow can go through small spaces or anything weird or whatnot, but I don't know. Maybe I'll just wait on the horse.
Your shadow has the same movement capabilities as your real self.
Yeah, so nope. Not a very good shadow.
Not compared to the umbral form spell that Zelios uses, no.
I know, right? It's like my primary ability. Other than shapeshifting. But
I might be able to find something inside that could help get you guys inside.
just throw me a rope.
Do we have ropes? We should have ropes.
Yeah.
Everybody
Yeah.
gets a rope at character creation, yeah.
Yeah, the bag should
Do
have
we
ropes.
still have it?
Yeah.
I don't
well-
believe you guys ever
well-
used the ropes and left them somewhere.
So just
Oh yeah,
just
I
give
got 50 feet.
We
just give me all the ropes and I'll go all the way up and then tie something up there and then you guys can get in.
50 feet of hemp rope is 10 pounds. I don't believe that.
50 feet is a lot of rope.
I use rope all the time at work. I don't recall it ever being anywhere close to 50 pounds. Anyway, I'm sorry. Continue. Not 10 pounds.
10 pounds is not
Maybe
very
it-
much.
Yeah, maybe you're just used to carrying heavy equipment.
Matt's just
That's
strong as hell, that's what it is.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's probably it.
My camera equipment's like 30 pounds.
I mean, usually we're carrying like 4/0, which is a pound and a half a foot. So
Anyway, I think
Yeah.
we're getting into like.
Yeah, it's the rope minutia. Throck's carrying it, so it doesn't really matter what it weighs.
Yeah.
sure.
And Throck's in the cart, or he was.
Yep.
But yeah, just I tell Throck to hand me the rope in the bags.
Okay. Here you go. How much do you need?
Oh. How much feet does it look like from there to here?
The lowest opening is only 15 feet above you.
Oh, not that. That's not bad. Okay, I'll just take
A
one.
rope.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'll
I
just
could, I could probably just climb that, right?
Yeah, you probably could. The stone is pretty smooth, but it's not like.
But
mirror
how
smooth.
high is the next opening?
Well, I mean, I should have drawn this thing, but it was a round tower, and then it's kind of just like caved in, mostly like from one side, but then like there are places. It looks like it has a giant bite out of it, basically. So if you were to climb up further, you could get to upper floors or whatever, But the lowest place where you could get in is 15 feet above you.
Hold on, I'm gonna say goodnight to my girlfriend. Okay. All right. Good night.
Good night. Good night, pretend person. It was nice meeting you.
Pretend person. Oh, we're gonna get you bad
Nice to
one of
meet
these
you.
days. We're gonna get you bad.
It's D&D. Everybody's pretend.
Yeah. I'm gonna bring Steve. So bad. All right. How far until I can get to the bite of the tower?
15 feet, like I said.
Yeah.
The lowest part of it. Let me draw a picture.
Okay.
Just I mean, go up and toss down a rope. I'll climb up.
I would draw a picture, but I can't find my pen all of a sudden. Here we go.
Tower with a bite out of it.
Sounds to me like they've got to it.
It's not an actual bite, as far as you can tell. It's just that's kind of how it's shaped.
Have we ever seen a dragon bite, though? How would we know?
Throck, if you had a guess,
have
how
not.
far do you think you could toss me?
See that? Is that coming through?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Nah, kind of.
Yeah.
Okay, so, I mean, you get the idea.
Oh.
It was a tower, and it's old, and it's falling in.
Yep.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I could throw you over the tower if you want to go over the tower.
Yeah. I'll wait for the rope.
Okay. So, Alan, Raylan, whoever you are you going in?
Yeah. Well,
All right.
I'm definitely gonna use my shadow form and rush up there
All right.
with some rope, just to make it easier for you guys.
Okay, so
right.
as you go up there, and sorry, I know we've said several times, you're Raylan at the moment, yeah?
Yes, Raylan right now.
Okay, so you go up there, and I assume you're taking the rope, turning into shadow, going up and changing back. Is that correct?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay, excuse me. So you do this effortlessly. There's no resistance to a shadow going inside a giant opening in the stone. When you become Raylan again and sort of look around yourself, by going up to that lowest point, you are on what appears to be about the second floor of this ancient tower. Above you are additional floors, three of them. And around you is just mostly ruined stone, but in and amongst the stone you see bits of sparkly things. You can't tell what they are without digging.
How did my raven not see these?
Because they were in. inside. You got to kind of... Braun just circled around, so...
Gotcha.
Okay, so do I
I'm gonna
see
eat
anything
some
I can?
jerky while I'm waiting.
Do I see
Sorry,
anything I
go
can tie the rope to? Like a big
yeah,
rock?
there's plenty of gigantic fallen hunks of stone that you could tie it to.
Okay, so I tie to that stone, make it real tight, and I throw the rope over for the other guys.
All right. You guys see a
Cool.
rope come out, and most of it hits the ground and coils up. Or piles up, or
Awesome.
whatever rope does when nobody coils it.
Spaghetti.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go.
I'm
up.
hungry.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go.
You guys are able to get up with no problem. It's not very far, and you're all reasonably athletic.
Alan, your typing is so loud.
It really is. It's louder than your voice.
It's a good mic.
Is that what makes it a good mic?
Yeah. I want you guys to be able to hear if like somebody's breaking into my house.
Okay. Okay. Well, you're all in the tower, or the ruins of the tower.
Great. I'm going to look around and I guess see the same stones and sparkly things.
Yeah. You're only catching glimpses of them from the entrance, but if you want to approach and kind of dig through them, you're able to uncover little pieces of gold,
Ooh.
but they won't come out. They're like stuck there.
Oh, we've seen something similar to this before. So they're like stuck to the stones.
Yeah, they're like embedded. Like something like a lot. They're embedded in the stones.
Okay.
Ron, I'm sure, is trying to pick one out.
Mhm.
The
Good luck with
age,
that, little bird.
the age of the place makes it hard to tell what these golden items once were. Some of them are round, others are rectangular.
But they don't
there's
have any like designs in them or anything still.
not anymore.
Excellent.
However, even inside, the tower remains clean, aside from the collapsed rubble.
Hmm.
Like the buildup of dust and dirt that you would expect in an outdoor area isn't here.
How big is it on the inside? Like how big is the tower per floor?
That's actually confusing. When you try to figure that out, you walk from one wall of the tower to the other.
Mm-hmm.
There's really only one place on this floor where you can do that because of the collapse. When you look at it, it looks like it's about 40 feet wide. But when you walk it, it takes much longer than that.
Hmm.
You feel like you walked about 90 feet worth.
Can I do an Arcana check to see if I would recognize
Yeah.
anything historically about any of this, like the cleanliness and the gold sparkles and stuff?
Yeah, you
Gold
may.
sparkles.
Cool. I rolled a 20.
Oh, okay.
No,
Okay.
not 20, but it was a 20.
Okay. And what's your modifier? Oh, 20.
5.
So 20 total.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you don't know what this place is, but you are aware that spells exist that can make something, it can change spatial dimensions, make something bigger on the inside, as it were. Spells,
It's TARDIS!
yeah, spells also exist that can keep something from tarnishing. And this being a tower, your best guess is that this was once the tower of a powerful wizard.
Interesting. Really?
Yeah.
What's interesting?
That it would be the tower of a powerful wizard.
I know, shocking. It's shocking. But that said, given what you know of Archonia, I'll give you a little more. Given what you know of Archonia, it cannot have been recent. Because there just aren't any wizards. Other than the evil ones that you have occasionally had to murder.
How you doing, Rod?
Exterminating. Should we go up or down? Are there stairs? Is there any way up or clear way up or down?
Just climbing. If there were stairs, they've been collapsed.
Up first. We'll see how stable it is. And that way, if it collapses more,
At least you're on
we're
top?
at the top. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and create my shadow and send him out back down the rope and just have him outside just in case.
All right, he's confusing the horses, but he gets there.
So if we climb the rubble, we'll get higher to like
Yeah.
a new level, a new floor. Okay,
Yeah, you could go up or down from your current position.
great. I'm gonna go up first. Well, actually, hey, Raylan, you're the scout. You go up.
Alan?
Hello, Raylan. Did he die?
No, I'm just thinking.
Oh,
All right. Okay. Yeah, I'll just do the same thing.
You're
But
gonna.
I don't need to go. Maybe I should go shadow. Yeah.
You're lighter when you're a shadow, and by lighter I mean you don't
Yeah.
weigh anything. But do you want to spend the spell slot on it?
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah. How many floors up is it?
I mean,
There are 3
if
above
you're
you.
worried, we could just send Throck up first.
Let's do
Send
let's
the
do
heaviest one up.
It's really not that far, I don't think. So
that. Let's do that. Yeah.
Okay, you send Throck. Throck, you
Go
climb.
for it, buddy.
You climb to the top floor with absolutely no trouble, and now you're on top of a tower. It's white. It's not dirty. There's no food in it. You can see the horses from here.
and there's food down there. I'm in the wrong place.
Do you see anything up there?
I can look around.
Roll perception.
Perceive, my friend.
What do your eyes see?
8.
Not
Not much.
Yeah.
You can't see Raylan right now. He went under the tower too much. And he went, and you don't. That's all you can tell.
Not even sure if y'all are still here.
No, you
Yeah,
can see
we're
Oven
down
and
here.
Daro.
Okay.
It's an 8, not a
buddy.
3. You're good.
Yeah, we're down here.
You're
Got
pretty
it.
sure Raylan was there. All right.
Yeah, he's getting a little tricky. Yeah, but I don't see anything important up here. We could just go.
Okay.
Cool. I guess let's check down and see if there's anything great down there. Since
All right.
the rock's already way up at the top, I'll just go down floor. I
Okay.
can always poop out if I need to.
Going down puts you on the ground floor. where there is surprisingly less rubble because the upper floors kind of caught most of it. In here, it's pretty empty. Why don't you roll me an investigation check?
I will investigate. With an 11.
Okay. Well, with that roll, you have noticed that the gold sort of things that you were noticing upstairs are in slightly better condition here, having been a little bit better protected from the weather. And because of that and the better condition of the tower in general on this floor, you notice that they're fairly evenly spaced where they're placed along the wall.
Oh. Is it dark down here?
It's not too dark. I mean, part of the place is collapsed in, and it is daytime, so you've got some light to see by.
So I don't need I apparently have a lantern, so I don't need to bring that out. Okay. I'm gonna go up and look at the, I guess, first ruin on the left.
You cannot read it, but you can make out letters. It is apparently in a language you don't know. It's very aged, very faint. Yeah, that's all you got. That's all you got.
Hey guys, there's some more symbols down here.
I will tell you it's about 6 feet up. That's where they all are on the wall. Upstairs, harder to tell because of the collapse. Some of them were at the wrong height, but down here they're all 6 feet off the ground.
Cool. I'm going to head down.
Okay. Same.
All right.
And also investigate.
I'm going to touch one.
Okay. It's definitely made of metal.
You never know.
Yeah.
So my investigation is a 21.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
Often these placards look like labels for bookcases. If you were in a library, these look to you like the labels for sections of a library. If there had been bookcases in this room, one placard would be above each one of them.
Can I read them?
No, you don't know the language either.
Can I read them? Just kidding.
They're in Ur, what?
Do I see anything that looks familiar to me?
Roll investigation.
It's going to be a 14.
Okay, you also can't make out the language, but you are able to recognize that it's reminding you of that same sort of dialect you saw carved into the altar in that temple room you guys found, where you were able to read part of it because it was similar to Celestial. This is that same language, and here you can't make any of it.
Celestial.
Yeah, here you can't make any of it out because it's not similar enough. You don't know these words, but you are able to recognize that it seems to be that same language.
Okay.
Man, we need Jack again.
Yeah.
Should have brought him along.
I've been saying.
There's no. I guess my investigation roll would have revealed more. The floor, is it solid below us, or is it wood, or?
Most of it is solid. There is an area where it's still stone, but the stonework has changed like there's a pattern everywhere else, but in this one little area, the pattern is different, as though it were a patch or perhaps a trapdoor.
I'm gonna go like stomp on it, kind of test it out a little bit with a foot.
It
See
holds
if
your
it's
weight.
hollow.
It holds your weight. You cannot tell if it's hollow because it is stone. Yeah.
Huh. Well, no treasure here. That's unfortunate.
Hmm.
Do they? So we haven't seen any of these like bookshop labels on any of the books Throck has.
You don't recognize anything.
Great. Cool.
You need
Well-
those books? Is that what you were?
No, I don't. I don't need them. Any other ideas?
Well, we could still go further into the tower and see what we can find.
I think I mean, as far as I can tell, we're all the way in, unless this little patch of dirt right here, patch of stone, is something different, or a way to get lower.
Throck?
But all this
Throck.
magic stuff is beyond
What?
me.
Oh, yeah, what?
Yelling
Yeah.
up the stairs at Throck.
Oh, I
Throck,
thought-
we need you down here.
I thought Throck came down already.
No,
Did
I
he?
no.
No.
Oh, okay.
I never did.
All right.
Is it enjoying the view?
Yeah, all right. Yeah, thinking about that jerky that I'm gonna get. All right, climbing on down.
All right. So
Yeah,
when
but
you get there, you see Darrow stomping on a part of the ground as though he's trying to break it, and nothing's happening.
Oh, are we stomping the ground? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, go for it.
Anywhere?
Just where this different design is here, this different pattern. Okay, stand right in the middle, actually. Just
I don't know that I see that, but all right. Hey, just right there.
If he's pointing it out to you, you can see it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Move, okay. All right. Yeah. Move your foot here. I'll,
I'm sure
see what I
you can recognize patterns.
Give me far too much credit, my friend.
Okay.
Okay. So, you want me to try to kick it, stomp it?
Yeah.
Kick it
just
hard.
Okay.
pretend the floor is hollow and you can break through.
Guess I'll make an attack on the ground.
Just athletics check, please.
Okay. My heart's not in it. 12.
Okay. Your heart's not in it.
I mean, it's ground. Feels like I don't know.
Rock.
If you're, do you want to keep trying, or is it just the one?
I'm gonna join them. All right, Throck, we can do this.
Okay,
No,
so
we're
with Darrow helping, Throck has advantage. So roll it again.
okay. Sure. Let's just. Yeah. Sure. Well. Oh. My heart suddenly got in it. 26.
Just took some friendship.
Okay, so when the two of you stomp on it,
I like working with Dar.
when the two of you stomp on it, Throck's foot impacts first. And Darrow, your assistance really does nothing. But when Throck's
There's emotional
foot,
support.
yeah, when Throck's gigantic boot slams into this thing, the patch of stone that is different shifts to the side a little bit. And Darrow, your foot, the heel of your boot catches on the edge as there is now a finger width opening along one side where the thing slid over a little bit.
That's not the direction I was expecting. Did it slide like towards the wall, or
Yeah, it's off to the side of the room. It did slide towards the wall a bit, yeah. But what happened was, before you guys kicked it, the edge looked seamless. But after the kick, it kind of dislodged some dirt and chipped a little bit of stone, and the thing... and now you could get fingers into that crack if you wanted to.
Well, let's see if we can pry it open, I guess. Or push it or something.
All right. How are you going to do that?
I guess everybody get in on this and...
Well, I was gonna let Throck have the first try.
All right, Throck, go.
Kick again.
Prove yourself.
No, this time pull it. Because it came in or came through.
Yeah, you can.
Yes.
What I think you were distracted. What I said was, now that it's moved, you could get your fingers into the crack.
Do I need to break it?
Yep. You need
Break
to pry it open.
Pull it. Open. All right, here we go.
Give me another check. Anyone gonna help him?
I want to see how he does by himself first.
20.
Oh, okay.
Not nat 20. 20.
Throck, when you put your fingers down, you kind of get them in and just feel the tips of some of your fingers can just feel like the bottom of this thing where it's seated in this opening that it's covering up. And you fight and strain and you start to lift it up, and as you do so, your arm, you twist a little bit and your forearm actually contacts the stone of the ground. And the gauntlets that you wear touch it, and you feel a surge of power. And then the thing that you're trying to pull up just opens up like an iris. The stone kind of just spreads out and melts away and isn't there anymore. And there is a staircase down.
Nice.
Oh.
Well
Yeah,
done.
there is.
I don't know what you just did.
Yep.
Yeah. So, I mean,
Excellent.
Daro, you were right next to him, so you would have seen it wasn't his lifting, it was this magic item that he has touching the ground that opened that.
Mm.
This was clearly a spell effect.
Yeah, I gotta learn a lot more about this magic stuff.
Well, there is a staircase descending into a dark underground place.
Great. Now I'm gonna pull out my lantern because I just discovered I have it.
Are you going to light it?
I am going to light it.
I mean, I do have flame that I can just...
I mean, we do need to breathe down there too, and oxygen.
I mean, every one of you has dark vision.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's right. I was excited to use this cool lantern. Come on. All right. In that case, I am not going to use my lantern.
The lantern's for show. You're among friends.
Go.
You don't need the lantern.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, Throck, lead the way.
Okay. Start going down.
Okay. You're going to have to duck a little bit to get all the bags under the lip of the ceiling as you pass down the staircase.
Yeah, it's what I do.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hide under the bag, or not under the bags. Like I'm gonna be behind him. I'm gonna follow him down.
I'll be behind Daro.
And I'll be behind. Often.
Okay.
Are we looking for anything in particular here, or?
Just be ready to smash.
At this point, I'm gonna bring my shadow back
Okay.
to me.
Well, you can't see him because you're already in the dark.
That's even better for him.
extra stealth.
Mm-hmm. Cool. So as we go down, what do we see? How far down does it go?
It goes down about 50 feet.
Oh my gosh.
And
just like a spiral staircase?
Yeah, it spirals, exactly. It spirals around the wall of a cave. And this place is huge inside.
Is there a pool in the center?
Oh my god. I swear to God, if you pee in it.
There is a... Yeah, it's a giant cave. There are ledges around the side where it looks like... It looks like the ledges have been carved, some like benches, others like tabletops, so that someone could use them for work or something in here. And there is an area of the floor where it's open as though there was a pool here, but it is dry.
Uh-huh. I see.
Yeah.
Does any of this look familiar to any of you guys?
No.
I don't think so.
Are any of you going into the cave, or are you all still on the stairs?
Well, I mean,
Let's go in.
the
Yeah,
rock
might
would
as-
probably
stop,
be
'cause
blocking
I've
the way.
Told me to stop, yes. So
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Throck, as you enter the cave, when you get to about 30 feet away from this opening that looks like it used to be a pond or some kind of underground wellspring, when you get about 30 feet away from it, all of a sudden an image starts to appear in the middle of it, standing in midair. It is a man.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. It is a man, a human man with a beard. He looks to be in his at least 80s. And
Dang.
he
Okay.
sees
Yeah.
all of you there. He's holding a staff, and he's actually, with all of you there, he's looking kind of off to the side. Like he's not quite making eye contact with any of you. But he just says...
Go ahead.
Yeah, he starts speaking. As soon as he flickers into existence, he starts speaking. And he says, "Well, if you found this place, it can only be because you bypassed the spells keeping it closed. And that can only be if you are wielding the objects of power.
Oh.
This was once my tower, and in all likelihood I am long dead.
Knew it.
However, if you are watching this, I have foreseen that you are among the chosen few who may save the realm of Archonia from eternal destruction. It is important that you know that vestiges of past ages exist in this world to help you. Many places exist where items and pieces of knowledge have been saved that will aid you in your journey. This tower is one of them, though this message is all that you will find here. I wish you good fortune, my friends, and know for sure that you are watched over, and you will receive aid when you least expect it." And then he flickers out of existence, and then flickers back in and repeats the whole speech again, just over and over.
inside check.
Okay, insight check.
7.
The guy just keeps repeating himself. He's obviously mocking you. He obviously thinks you're stupid. He just keeps saying the same thing over and over again.
Right now, just throwing the dagger.
Okay. The dagger... Sorry. The dagger touches the image, and the image shifts and changes and points directly at you. And for the first time, he says something new. He says, "Oh, hello, Throck. There are many possible futures that may come to pass. I recorded messages for many of them. I was aware that..." You can't reach. He's in the middle of the pool.
Oh, okay.
There's nothing below him. I was aware that if my image were to be attacked, that it would be a creature named Throck who did it. You are great.
Sounds about right.
You are great and mighty, Throck. If you are one of the heroes chosen to save Archonia, then know this. You have to listen to Gronda. And then he flickers out and goes back to repeating the original message.
Oh, see. What? Who is this guy?
I don't know, but
I'm
he knows
gonna
you.
go ahead and look over the edge of the pool.
Okay.
And, screw it. I'm gonna spit in the pool.
I mean, it's not a pool anymore. It's, when you look in, what you see is like a giant kind of bowl shape in the rock.
Mm-hmm.
And then at the bottom of it, there is about this wide a hole where it looks like a tube goes down and bends out of sight. A tube of rock, just like a little tunnel that big.
Cool. I asked Throck for a rope and to hold it.
Okay.
I'm gonna rappel down the side.
All right.
Okay. So getting to the bottom of the bowl, it's only going to be about 10 feet below you.
Yeah. Fine. Cool. Great.
You're now looking up and you see the bottom of the hologram. He does have pants on under the rope.
Well,
We were
thank
all
goodness.
Yeah.
I'm gonna yell hello down the tube.
It echoes a little bit. Not echo really, but like reverb.
I'm gonna. While she's
Gonna
doing
look.
that, I'll keep going.
Gonna look up at you guys. I'm gonna look down at the tube, and I'm gonna spit in the tube.
Your spit impacts the bottom of the tube where it bends out of sight.
Could have been worse. I could have peed in the tube.
You could have peed the tube.
Yeah.
Darrow does not seem surprised.
When you stand up and turn around, the image from above is now down at the bottom with you. And it says, "Oh, hello, Oven. I foresaw that if someone were to expel bodily fluids into my pool, that it would be a Shadar Kai named Oven. I have this message to you from the distant past. You should really stop doing that." And then he vanishes and goes back up and repeats the original message over and over.
I'm gonna go ahead and climb back up the rope.
Okay.
I'm gonna look
right,
where he's
right.
looking, like where the hologram is like originally looking when he's zeroed.
You're going to do what?
You know how you said that the hologram is just kind of staring off past us or next to us? I'm gonna kind of go and examine where he's looking.
Okay. As you move directly in front of his illusionary line of sight,
Mm-hmm.
the hologram stops speaking, and where when it addressed Thrakanovan, it sort of flickered out of existence and then like started and played a different recording. This is different. As you move into his line of sight, he actually stops speaking for a moment and like turns and looks at you like this and looks around the other side of your head as best he can. Do you have your hood up right now?
No, probably not. I mean, it probably just fell though.
Okay.
But yeah.
He says, "You have the ancient blood. You must be careful to hide it." And then does not resume speaking. He just stands there staring at you.
I just awkwardly put my hood up over the ears. Okay.
The recording starts over again, just looping.
Raylan goes up to the recording, and he points at it, and he sends a message using Eerie to the image.
Yeah.
What's the message?
Yeah.
Oh, you want Eerie to send a message?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. To the image.
So Eerie says, "Hello, my name is Eerie. You look really old. How old are you? How do you fly like that? How come you keep saying the same thing?" And then the message cuts off. And as the message ends, the image turns and looks at you, Raylan, but he does so in a way where the recording that you've been watching on a loop continues, but like he turns his head and it's like almost like he has two heads, like he ripped out of the position that the recording was in, and now there's like this second illusionary head that's just turned to the side looking right at you, Raylan. And it's just like that for a second, and the expression on this second face just gets darker and darker as the eyebrows lower down, and then the recorded version of him stops and it merges back into one as it looks over at you, and he points at you and says, "Get out of my tower."
Oh. All right. Raylan puts his hand down.
I don't think he likes you.
The staff is in this hand, and he slams it on the ground that isn't there, and you guys feel like this little, not dangerous, but this little shockwave come out from it, and this reverberating boom, and he says, "Get out of my tower."
Raylan says, "Make me."
The image disappears.
Oh dear.
And the ground starts to shake.
Well, I think we should get out of here.
Yep.
You made the weird floaty guy mad.
Way to go.
Let's run up the stairs. It wasn't my fault.
It was absolutely your fault.
As Raylan's running up the stairs.
Teenagers.
There could have been treasure.
So as you guys are running up the stairs, the ceiling of the basement that you're in starts to collapse. You guys make it to the first floor and are able to climb up to the second floor where you entered and get out before the whole thing collapses in. And this tower that you guys were in falls completely into the underground cave underneath of it, pretty much as soon as you all get out.
All right. Well, we know this now.
Well, I got sick of listening to that recording anyway.
Yeah. What do you think?
When Darrow says that, Raylan, you hear a voice in your head that says, "Well, that's not very polite."
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Like you hear Raylan say, "Oh, no."
Yeah. What, Raylan, what?
And Raylan says, "Please tell me you guys heard that too."
Heard what?
Yeah. Is it eerie?
The tower falling.
The tower was pretty loud.
Pretty
Raylan, that old man is in here. Why did you get another person in here? It's not getting any bigger. There's no more room.
I think I'm gonna have to start. I'm thinking I'm gonna have to start doing sanity checks.
Like,
I should have given you one just now. You're right.
Yeah, because now I got three separate voices, including mine. All right. I think that old man is in my head. Also,
why would he be in your head? He did not seem to like you.
Raylan, you hear him go, well, the interesting thing about that is I'm not actually me. You see, the actual Wróblewska Utgast, that's my name, don't wear it out, died many eons ago, but I am more like an echo of his soul that was trapped in the tower for the purpose of delivering messages. Now, when you used your message spell upon me, and it just goes on and on, he starts using bigger and bigger words to describe the magical theory that led to him being trapped inside your head. You understand almost none of it.
I'm so glad we get Rod.
He just keeps talking.
Meanwhile, Throck is examining your head because you said that there's something there, so...
No. Oh my God! And then Brandon say he's talking about messages and me, and I can't even understand him anymore.
So he's literally in your head with Eerie.
I guess I'm not sure if it's really him. It might just be an echo. I don't know, but
I don't even understand any of this.
I don't know if I can take any more of this, guys. Really. Yeah, I'll find a way to get these guys out of my head.
Well, yeah. I can do that.
How? You just hear me say how out of nowhere.
Well,
how what?
Yeah.
He said he could help me. I said how.
Well, I can get some of us out anyway. We just need someone else to go into.
He says he needs someone else to go into. Who wants to go? Who wants it?
What?
I have to tell you, young man, there is some sort of devil creature in here with us.
I know.
He appears to be attached to you by means that I cannot overcome. However, the girl and I may leave.
Yeah, just take the girl and you, please. Please.
Well, your mind is uniquely suited to holding multiple voices. Were we to leave your head and inhabit someone else's, I'm afraid the girl and I must each inhabit different minds. A normal person would not be able to hold so many, you see. That is to say, your friends, if they're going to volunteer, two of them must volunteer. One for myself and one for this charming young lady.
I need two volunteers. Who wants Eerie and who wants the old man?
What?
Throck?
Wait, what?
I point at Throck for Eerie. and then I
Bran, whatever the bird's name is. Good old man of Bran.
I was rolling to see who I was going to point to. I point to Matt. I mean to Daro for the old man.
I
just
teleport to my shadow out of.
Your shadow was already rejoined with you.
That's right. Oh, dang it.
You teleport nowhere, nothing happens.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just do that.
I mean, I can ask Bron if he wants a human in him.
Do you say that? Do you say that to me?
Yeah.
So you'll hear Radomir Utgast at this point in your head, Raylan, say, "I'm afraid that won't work. I can tell quite easily that that's not an actual bird. If it were an actual bird, I'm afraid its brain would be much too small. But as a spirit bird, it wouldn't work at all. It's just not the right kind of creature. We need a sentient being from this, from a physical sentient being that is inhabiting its own body."
Yeah. He's saying it doesn't work. He needs an actual sentient being.
Well, Braun, it looks like you got lucky.
He seems pretty talkative, Avin. Maybe he can help you with some things.
Nope.
Magic.
Raylan, tell Throck.
Yeah.
Tell Throck that I can go be with him instead of you. Tell him. He doesn't understand. Look at him, Raylan. He doesn't understand.
Don't worry, he doesn't have to understand. Let's just do it right now.
I am not going to transfer this poor girl into someone's head without their permission.
Okay, so Raylan kind of walks up to Throck, and he puts his hand on Throck's on his arm, and he says, "Throck,
Yeah.
would you like to talk to Eerie, like all the time?"
I mean, well,
Do you miss Eerie?
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah.
I'm gonna be able to put Eerie in the same head as yours, so you can talk to her anytime you want. Is that okay?
So you're gonna put us in the same head. It's a big head.
I know.
I guess maybe under lizard. That's not big enough. What kind of head are we talking here?
Mostly just your head. Don't worry, Throck. I'm sure you'll be able to do it.
Is my head big enough for me and
Oh, plenty.
Most of it's not being used as it is.
he doesn't.
Boy with the girl's name I don't understand, but if you think so,
Thanks, Throck. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
And then I put my hand on Throck's head.
I'm afraid that's not how this works.
I was hoping it would be this easy.
Well, you see, in order to transmit soul energy from one person to another, there must be a continuous passage of, for lack of a more accurate term, openings.
Openings?
I'm afraid you're gonna have to kiss the monkey.
Where do I have to kiss him?
On the mouth. You have to have your breath will breathe the girl's soul into his mouth, where it will join with his breath, and then it's very complicated.
You better not be lying to me, old man.
What motivation would a... What's that, Throck?
I said I can't hear her yet.
No, you can't.
Hold on.
Wait, what's this about a kiss? What's happening?
Raylan's a little like you see his face and he's like contemplating. He's like weighing his options. And you hear Raylan say, "You better not be lying to me, old man."
Look, if it will make it easier, you can just put me in control for a moment.
Wait, why would that matter?
Because I don't care if you kiss the monkey.
Why? Oh. So Raylan kind of turns around to both Daro and Avin, and he says, "Can you guys just like look over there for a second?
What's over there? What's happening?
Can you just do me a favor and look over there for a second?"
Are you gonna do it?
I'm gonna like hesitate, but yeah, like okay.
Like slowly turn around.
Yeah.
All right, they're both facing away.
So as soon as he sees them both facing away, Raylan like grips his fists, and he says, "God." And then he runs up, grabs Throck's head, and attempts to kiss Throck.
Throck, as Raylan's face gets close to your face, you start very faintly to hear this voice coming out of his head, going, "Throck, Throck, Throck, I'm coming, I'm coming, I'm coming."
What? What are you?
I'm gonna be there in a minute, Throck. Don't worry.
I'm just pulling it closer. Go ahead.
What?
You know what? I'm sorry, but if Throck's resisting this is a grapple check.
Yeah. That's fine.
Sure.
All right, you got to roll athletics.
But can Erie help me though with the check?
I mean, is Throck going to continue resisting upon hearing Erie's voice?
Well, some. I mean, maybe I'll do it at disadvantage, but
okay. Yeah, we can do it that way. I mean, yeah, you definitely did not tell Throck that you were about to kiss him.
Yeah.
So,
well, of course
this is an opposed athletics check, unfortunately for Raylan. So, Throck, you can do it at disadvantage because you're distracted by Erie's voice.
Yeah, just because. Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay.
What'd you get, Raylan?
Athletics, right?
Yes, sir.
Come on.
Roll it already.
Oh, that's 13.
Throck?
12.
So, Throck pulls back, but he's kind of distracted, and Raylan's just determined and gets you by the fur on the sides of your face, like your sideburns, basically, and just yanks you in and lip locks. And right before, like as his face is coming in, it kind of like, as it gets close, it kind of like becomes like a magnet force, where it's like,
yeah.
And then all of a sudden, Erie's voice flows into your head, and it goes, I'm coming, I'm here, Throck, I'm here. Oh my God, it's so weird here. What is that? What is that thing over there? Throck. Okay. There's a lot of dead things in here, Throck.
Wait, hold on. I'm pretty sure Grundy's going to kill you.
Raylan, you can let go now. Erie is gone. And
Raylan lets go, and he just falls on the floor, and you see probably the happiest smile ever on anyone on Raylan's face right now.
And
meanwhile, I'm just looking at Daro like, what is happening behind us?
And you hear a voice, Raylan.
Weirdest noises.
Raylan, you hear a voice that says, I can't believe that worked. So, Throck, Erie is now in your head and able to converse with you at any time.
That is great.
Okay, I tell Daro and Avin, it's done. Erie's in Throck now.
I really am. Oh my God, Throck. I think everything you've ever killed is in your brain.
Oh.
No wonder it's so slow. Everything's clogged up with dead bodies.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe that's it.
There are 2 gigantic lizards in here.
Oh yeah, that was good.
This one's electrocuted.
Yeah, you see the lions, see the ox.
Yeah. Yeah, here's an ox. Oh, he's friendly. I like him.
Oh. Yeah. He was okay.
Yeah, he was okay.
Yeah.
He's just sitting there talking to himself.
Hey, who's this smoldering wizard tied to a chair?
That was a good one.
Yeah, that's right. Dar has his finger. Yeah.
Oh. Well,
Yeah.
I look forward to meeting all your dead friends.
Yeah. Have fun.
Raylan says to Dara and Avin, "See, now I don't look so crazy, huh?"
Yeah, and you guys totally hear Throck speaking to Eerie and not the other side of the conversation.
We got to get somebody to edit it all out one day.
So, Ray, hold off my thing.
Go away.
So, Radomir Utgast says, "Well, that was difficult, but I made it work.
Thank you so much.
No problem. Am I going to stay, or what's happening?"
Cool. Shall we be going now?
Wait. First, I need to give someone else the old man.
Why?
Well, because I already have one other person here. I would like to get it back down to one again, please.
I think you've been
spread the
doing
wealth,
fine.
I guess.
Do you? Avin, are you sure you don't want this? Hey, you don't even know the process yet. You don't even know the process yet.
Matt, your sanity checks.
I heard enough confusion.
Your sanity checks reset on a long rest. You don't have to keep track of them forever.
Oh, I didn't even really know how. I'm using it as an excuse.
Okay.
Thanks, Steve.
Sure.
Avin, I think he would actually work better in your mind, actually.
I am perfectly happy as I am. Thank you.
No, we don't have to put an old man in her mind.
I'm going to be honest with you, young man. I don't know if I could get into her head anyway. She seems to be not from here.
Yeah.
I mean,
what does that matter?
I could try.
But she has to be willing anyway, right?
It's generally a good idea to get a woman's permission before you kiss them, yes.
Yeah.
If you want to live.
That's not what Zalios used to tell me, but...
Well, consider the source. I've only just met Zalios, but he's clearly and demonstrably evil.
Hey, there's good in him. I've been working on him for a while.
Yeah, maybe, but he's a devil.
Yeah, so?
So, if there's... Listen, I'll tell you...
Just because someone's born a devil doesn't mean they're evil.
Listen, I have seen one who was born of the most evil race ever to walk the earth, become one of the greatest heroes ever to exist in the multiverse.
Okay.
But it takes a long time to get there.
Well, he's like a brother to me, so it's going to be worth the wait.
Well, all of that to say, don't take his advice about dealing with people. At least, not for a while.
Sorry, guys. I'm just having a conversation with him right now.
Yeah, what are you guys doing, Oven and Daro, while all this is happening?
Just staring, watching him have a conversation with himself.
All right.
Oven is slowly backing towards the horses.
Ooh, put him in a horse.
No, it has to be a sentient being.
Do you think sentient?
Well, it has to be like someone of like equal like brain power as us, basically.
Oh.
Capable of language.
Ah, there we go.
Otherwise, capable of language.
How do you know horses don't talk?
Well,
Alvin.
I know one that does, but he's not here.
Anyways, I guess I could live with him in my mind for a little while, but we should really get going.
I mean, okay.
I mean, do you want him, Daro? But I
don't want him, but I don't want you to be stuck with him.
Well, who knows? Let me wait a couple days because maybe we can find someone that wants him. Who knows?
Okay. Sorry, Mr. Wizard Guy, that you're not very wanted.
Well, as I said before, actually, Raylan, make a sanity check.
Yeah. Finally. That's going to be a 16.
Okay, so you feel a powerful compulsion to release your control of the body as Rod asserts himself to try and take over, but you resist it and put him in his place. And he goes, sorry, I forgot for a second that this is not my body. I was just trying to talk to your friend, and all right, I'll wait for you to say so. Sorry about that.
Yeah, you better wait.
All right, I understand. I'm just the old man you found in a well. You're a young man, and young men get everything. I know.
I'm watching you, old man.
No, you're not. Zalios is watching me. You're watching them. It's very interesting how your complex web of perceptions works in here.
I know. But anyway, you watch him, Zalios. Make sure he doesn't do anything funny.
By the way, you can have Zalios speak to Rod at any time without transforming into Zalios.
Yeah. That's what I'm hoping to do.
Okay.
But I don't know if I want to leave the group hanging any longer.
Yeah.
No.
All right, so you guys have...
I'm thoroughly entertained.
you guys
It's a
have
one-sided conversation.
found a tower, met a wizard, collapsed the tower, and taken the wizard. Also, Erie's now with Throck. That's what you've
And then-
accomplished in the first half.
There was that other
so happy.
and the other and be on the lookout for the other
Throck, you know you don't have to move your mouth to talk to me. You could talk to me like thinking. That's what Raylan and Zalios used to do. They didn't always have to like say things out loud, but I could still hear them. Throck,
I'm looking around.
I think I do.
Throck, do you ever think of words before you say them?
I usually don't even really think about words.
You're all still hearing this out loud.
Yeah.
So, how you doing?
Oh, I'm much better. Your head is filled with dead things, and it's way better than Raylan's head.
You just see Raylan he's kind of like dancing over
what-
here, and he's
what
just like,
was,
I'm so glad I'm not hearing this conversation right now.
What was in his head?
Zalios?
He didn't kill Chaos.
Well, Raylan's head wasn't filled with things that he killed. It was filled with visions of Zalios ruling the entire world and getting his way every day and being an asshole. I'd much rather look at the things that were defeated by my best friend Throck.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, me too.
Also.
I'm packing up my horse. Getting ready to go.
I have already mounted mine.
Yeah.
I'm hungry. What should we eat?
Well, I haven't left the tower in 45,000 years. Where are we going?
So, the old man's asking where we're going.
Jotunheim.
I mean, Jotunheim.
We're going to be going to Jotunheim.
I have no idea where that is. Let's go.
Okay.
All right, guys, we're going to take our break there.
Nice.
It's 10:13 here. We'll be back in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Roughly. We don't have a timer or anything. We'll see you guys then.
10 men.
And we're back. You guys successfully escaped the Tower of Utgast. And, you know, the dice came up in this journey system that we use. It was supposed to just be like a wonder of the world that you encountered. It was supposed to just be like something pretty that you saw. But you guys kept pushing with the tower. You just wanted to know, does it have a basement? Is there a pool in the basement? So here we go.
Adventurers would never just come to a place just to look at it.
I know.
Look, I had to ask about the pool specifically because I didn't want to metagame, but at the same time, I needed to know that I was right.
Yeah. So I'm sure that our viewers picked up on it, but if anyone didn't, Radomir Utgast is a pre-existing character in our game world. It was my player character in another game. You've heard him mentioned before in a previous episode. The Warlock's Tomb. Rod was mentioned in that one. So, due to twists of fate, I don't get to play Radomir Utgast as a player character anymore. So here he is. You're stuck with him.
Yes, I love him.
All right.
Well, he's not in your head.
Yeah.
He's a crazy old divination wizard. Or whatever remnant of him exists in Archonia.
Great.
That's what's in Raylan's head.
Good luck, Raylan.
Yeah, he was a friend of Abraxiel, by the way, a great friend of Abraxiel. They were co-wizards in an adventuring party many eons ago.
Yep.
All right, so we're on our horses.
Yes.
And
Back on the trail.
By the way, Raylan, Radomir Utgast is regaling Raylan and Zalios with all the tales of the evening group's adventures every day, all day. When he's not talking about that, he's talking about a completely opaque magical theory that you don't understand at all, or he's talking about like just incredibly impossible to interpret predictions of the future.
So during one of those days when he's talking like that, Raylan will take out what do you call it? Necron's book.
Okay.
And he will show it to him through Raylan's eyes. Just to kind of like throw for the pages to see what's
Smart.
Yeah.
Okay. Rod goes, oh. Well, this Necron was a reasonably talented wizard. He was not a very good person, though, was he?
No. Not the best.
Some of these spells my friend Abraxiel used to have, I've seen these spells before because I recorded them, so I believe in the preservation of knowledge. I don't believe in necromancy. This is pretty messed up. I'm not a book burner, but I would not recommend anyone use these.
Okay. I just wanted to see what you thought.
I mean, it's definitely magic. If you were to learn these spells, in my day, we had different classifications of spellcasters, you see. I was what was known as a wizard. I am someone who learned my magic through study and practice.
And what would you call me?
You would be what we would refer to in... Some people thought this was an offensive term. I personally thought it was just a name for a certain type of person. It was sorcerer. Someone who has magical spellcasting. Oh, good, I'm glad. Some people were offended by it in the old days. Someone who has magical spellcasting ability, but doesn't understand how or why it works.
Well, I've been trying to read these books to understand, so...
Well, I will tell you this. If you understand enough, and you study these books enough, what you will become is a wizard.
But can I be a wizard and a sorcerer at the same time?
Oh, sure. My friend Abraxio was once a wizard and then a sorcerer and then a wizard again.
What?
It's very complicated.
Very.
Okay. Well, I'll keep that in mind then.
All right.
While we're riding, can I show Raylan my sword and ask what does your old guy in there, Radomir, know about this?
Hold on, let me see it. Like we did find this sword in one of the tombs of power. What do you think about it?
Well, I don't recognize the sword itself. The runes upon it remind me of something the elves used to have. It was called a moon blade. They would create these moon blades and pass them on through family lines, you see. And each new wielder would impart upon it a new rune, each rune granting the sword a different magical property. But the swords themselves are actually sentient. They will only work for someone who uses them to defend elven kind. Now, at the fall of the Empire of Archonia, all of the elves were wiped out. Your friend there, he looks mostly like a human, but he has elven ears. It is quite possible that somewhere in the distant past, a grandfather's grandfather's grandfathers may have been half-elf. Go on.
I was going to say, as he's saying this, I'm telling this to Daro the whole time. So.
Okay.
So
that makes me like a 32nd elf.
Probably much less than that.
Well, that explains the runes at least.
I will tell you this: if that Moonblade has recognized your friend as its master, there is no chance that he does not have elf blood. And moreover, he must be descended from the very family line of its original wielders.
Dang.
Is there any way of finding out who that is?
Well, were I the actual Radomir Utgast, I might be able to divine it, but unfortunately, as a mere echo of his soul, I have lost my ability to truly divine things. I am stuck merely with the knowledge that I had upon my death.
I see. I mean,
Moderate.
Yeah. Well, at least you know now.
Yeah.
That's cool. That means you're actually an elf.
I mean, is that cool?
Elves were very cool, let me tell you. Nobody was a human who didn't want to be an elf.
So apparently they were really cool. Or really
Well, the main
Fine.
reason is they never had body odor.
Really?
Yes!
See,
Do you have body odor, Daro?
I don't know. Take a whiff.
Yeah, he
How
does.
about you do it first?
He does. Throck can smell him. Yeah, Throck can smell him from where he is.
Yep.
I guess he's not full elf yet.
Were elves generally able to do this? And I like changed my face to be a barmaid that we saw in the past.
Well, no, that's not an innate elfin ability. And in fact, the way that you did it, I assume you're just letting them speak. We're just assuming that Raylan's transmitting the information, or you're using message or something.
I'm gonna, yeah. So I'm just gonna be using message the whole time. So
Okay. So yeah, he'll say, it does not appear to even be a spell. Is it some sort of innate ability that you have?
Yeah, I was born with it.
Wait a minute, what is your true form?
I shift to my true form.
I'll tell you this, sir. You look like what we used to call a changeling.
changeling.
Were you born to changeling parents? You seem to believe yourself human.
Wow.
Couldn't really tell you.
Well, your shape-shifting ability is very different in nature than the changelings I knew. Theirs was an inborn magical power, and yours seems to be a physical change. I don't know. Definitely, this is not an elven ability. This is something else that your body must have acquired in some other way.
Is there anything else I should know about my body? Like, do I have dragon in me or something?
As I said to my friend Raylan, I have no ability to divine information. I only know what I knew upon my death and what I've learned since you took me from the tower.
Cool.
Well, at least he should come in handy if we find any more weird items.
I'm gonna shift back to my human Daro form and put my hood back up.
Okay.
Oh yeah. So, I don't know if I want to ask him something else. I'll probably ask him something else later.
Yeah, you guys you guys find a really nice camping spot for your second night. This distance between Nithron and Quietus is actually the shortest distance you've traveled since leaving Lethia, but because the road is a little rougher, you're not making as good a time.
And the stop.
And the stop, but you've stopped every time.
Yeah.
So you find a great campsite. You guys are able to rest, recover spell slots and things of that nature. And when you wake up, you are just a couple hours from Quietus. So you may make your arrival roll, Mr. Guide.
Sweet. That's 10-sided, right? Or 12?
It's a 12.
Blah.
Sorry, it's an 8 for arrival. D8.
Darn it, I got a good roll too. All right, D8. Oh, still a good roll. And that's no adding survival. It's just the dice, right? I got a 7 on the dice.
Okay, so that there is going to be a modifier. I'm just doing the math in my head. Seven on the die. Yeah, okay, so it actually ends up being 0. So you arrive in Quietus, this little farming town. Now, Nithron, where you were before, was a little farm town, but it was on a fairly well-traveled road. So they had a good-sized inn, and a lot of, well, not a lot, but a bit of a service industry there. Quietus is just a bunch of farmers who live near each other. When you guys arrive, you are in great spirits. You're telling tales of this tower that you found and this cave full of, carvings and a picture of a dragon, and you have all these amazing tales to tell, and you're in high spirits, and there's a wizard in one of your brains and a dead girl in another, and everybody's super happy about it. So you are actually going to get advantage on social interaction for the first day that you're here.
Nice.
Oh.
But yeah, you guys roll into town, and this is more or less what you see. There are farms off in the distance, but there is sort of a central town. Let me hold on. Where are you? Boop. No, there you are. There's sort of a central area where you see, like a little town hall and a very small inn. Here, let me get my little laser ready. So this is the town hall right in front. I'll just touch it. That there is the inn. And then this looks like it might be some sort of jail or something. And then these two buildings, you don't know what they are.
Okay. Well, I assume we're going to go straight to the end first off, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's like midday, right? We haven't been traveling that much today. But we can't make it to the next leg on...
Was this the place? Sorry, was this the place where we were going to try to find people who knew a way to go up the mountain?
No, that's the next town over.
Well, you guys never totally decided on your route. Let me bring back the map for a second. You guys are in Quietus, and you can see that there are roads going north in two directions from here. So you could go north and follow this broken trail up to the mountains directly. Or you could cross the river and follow that broken trail, or cross the river and go to Gelad. So it's up to you guys.
Well, because we were going to try to find somebody who knew a way up there, because we asked in the other town if there were people who knew how to go up there, and they said, was it Quietus or the other place, that there's people who do go up there?
Well, what you were told by Connor was that you might find some mountaineers in Quietus, but the place that they live is Gelad.
There we go. Okay. Okay. That's what they said.
Yeah.
All right. But yeah, let's go to the end.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to bother moving the minis, but you guys can head over there. And when you get into the inn, as soon as you open the door, you realize that you are coming into the middle of an argument.
An argument, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, argument.
Okay.
Between
two men that you don't know. They are not yelling, but it's heated. And one of them is saying, I do my business through fair and square means. I'm telling you, I bought the farms, and they're mine now. I gave these people chances. I gave them every opportunity to buy me out or hold on to their land. It's not my fault that they can't pay their debts. And then the response from the other man is, when I left here not 3 months ago, none of these people were in debt. How did you come into town and run my friends out? And they just continue on and on, yelling at each other about farms and money and loans and people losing farms and so forth.
Raylan kind of tries to walk around them, and it's like, ugh, well, I don't want to be a part of this. Raylan said.
Yeah, does either one of them look like the bartender or the innkeeper?
No, the innkeeper is behind the bar, and it is a woman, and she is not involved in the argument. In fact, she looks very upset by it and is deliberately ignoring it.
All right. Raylan's going to try to get around and head towards the innkeeper.
Okay, so the two men who are arguing, one of them is very well dressed, has a lot of money apparent in his attire, and the other is dressed like someone who lives outside a lot, like some kind of a ranger perhaps. And he has a friend with him, but the friend is sitting down and not yelling, not arguing. So you can approach the innkeeper.
Good day, or
Yeah, it's
as
day.
good as
It's day.
yeah. No, I was more like,
Oh.
because of the argument.
Well, yes, I'm sorry about that. What can I help you with? Are you passing through town?
We are actually, but we do need some lodging tonight and some provisions.
Which way are you headed?
North.
You're coming.
To
You're coming from the north or heading up north?
We're heading to the north.
Oh,
yeah.
not many people go that way who don't already have what they need.
We're actually trying to find people that could help us go that way. We heard that there might be some in was it Guild?
Gelid?
Guild, yeah.
A number of mountaineers live in Gelid, yeah.
Do you know any, perhaps, in Guild?
Well, there's Owen and Elland. They're right over there. And unfortunately, that's Owen in the argument. But when they're done with their discussion, perhaps they would be willing to speak with you.
Okay.
What
yeah.
brings you guys up this way?
We're going north.
She sees you, Oven, as you speak. She was kind of deliberately ignoring your odd dress at first, but when you speak, she looks you full in the face and just gasps and steps back. Are you? No. That
Yes.
Oh. What? Hello.
Hello.
She looks back and forth across all of you. Throck, have you come in?
Yeah, it wouldn't necessarily be the first one in here,
Okay.
but maybe even the last one to come in, probably.
Yeah, I probably learned by now.
Okay, so while you guys are being gaped at by the innkeeper, the door opens again, and before it closes, all the light in the room is blocked out by Throck's body. And the two people arguing stop and look over at him as the floor creaks under his weight. And then Throck, you're standing in the doorway, and the door closes on your back.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone in the place is looking at you.
Raylan speaks up and he says, "Oh, don't worry, he's with us."
Welcome, sir.
Hi.
So those provisions are mostly for him.
As you can tell. Surely.
Yeah, best I can tell, provision means meat.
Yeah.
You got any of that?
Yes, we can get you some meat if that's what you need. We have plenty of venison. Owen and Eland just brought a whole bunch of it down from the mountains.
Good.
Oh, maybe we carry it back up the mountain.
Eland says,
There's the
"Now, not yet. We don't go up the mountains. Nobody goes up the mountains. We killed that buck in the foothills. It's not that far."
So you're not a mountaineer.
Well, we are as mountaineery as people get around here.
Well, we're trying to find someone who can get us up the mountain.
Well, getting up the mountain is a dangerous prospect. Why would you want to do that?
Because we're trying to get to Jotunheim.
Oh,
Yep, we're going to Jotunheim.
thank you for the raid. Welcome, viewers.
Hey.
Zero Doxy.
Good to see you
Zero
again.
Doxy.
Hey.
I feel like we haven't seen you in a long time. I hope you've been good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're doing well.
Yeah, all right.
Awesome.
Zero Doxy had a
Thank
good
you so much for the
session.
support, as always. Really
Yeah, we
appreciate
Surviving
it.
the quarantine.
We definitely appreciate
Yes.
it. Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, I lost
Yeah.
track. Where were we in our conversation here?
We're
We're yelling at the dude for not being a mountaineer.
No, that was just
and we
you.
told him that we're going to Jotunheim.
Well, I feel lied to. What can I say?
So the two mountaineers breaking away from the guy they were arguing with are now interested in your presence. Say, what? Jotunheim is not really a country where people go. It's more the name of a place where things freeze to death.
Well, we're on a mission, and we have to get there.
One of them says, the one who had been in the argument shakes his head and says, let me guess, someone told you guys that you would see giants if you went to Jotunheim.
Well, it wasn't just someone; it was another giant.
You've kind of stopped him in his tracks for a second. He was clearly about to tell you that that's all bullshit, but now he's like, what? What? What do you mean it was another giant?
Wait, let's go back to the part where it's really cold. How cold are we talking?
Have you ever been someplace where it snows in the winter?
Yeah.
Once for a little bit.
Well, in Jotunheim it snows in the summer. In the winter,
Oh.
you can imagine.
I
don't care too much for the cold.
The other mountain man says, what manner of creature have you brought with you here?
Oh, you never seen this kind of guy?
I've
This is
heard tell, but I wouldn't want to offend your friend.
No, this is Urman, the greatest Urman.
well,
The
King
strongest.
Throck.
strongest.
And
I
the
carry the
strongest.
bags.
Yeah.
And he carries the bags.
Well, what manner of people are you that travel with a woman made up like a Shatterkai and an Urman
she
of
is a
legend?
Shatterkai.
I beg your pardon.
A lot of people call her the mistress. I just call her witch, but that's fine.
Not a wit.
So when you say a lot of people
Still.
call her the mistress, the bartender Natia, she goes, and then she runs out of the room like into the back.
Man, did you scare her?
You. It was all you.
Throg looks around for a threat. Is there anything?
Nah. It's okay, Throg.
The richer man that had been in the argument says, yeah, people in this town, people in this whole country are so obsessed with this Raven Queen worship. A woman comes in with pale skin and tattoos and they run away in fear. It's ridiculous.
But
I'm not even going to say anything.
but again,
Mhm.
Changes into a wolf.
No. What I am gonna do though is I'm gonna give him some fleas.
fleas?
Yes.
Are you casting
fleas.
infestation?
Yep.
Okay.
Sure am. So if you could roll a con save on that. And I gotta roll a d6.
He passed it.
Nah.
I guess he took a shower today.
What happens if he passes it? Nothing?
I think nothing.
Probably.
Yeah.
Cantrip.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
cantrip.
nothing
Probably.
happens if he passes it.
Yeah.
So you shoot fleas at him, basically, and he looks surprised for a second, just brushes them off his clothes. What? Did anyone else see those bugs? Like, he doesn't quite realize that you did it.
Anyway, Raylan tries to like steer the conversation. We're just trying to find somebody who can get us up there. Do you know anybody who really knows the mountains? Possibly in guild?
Owen says, well, we pass through Gelid and as often as anyone. We have a lot of friends there. We're mountaineers ourselves, as you heard, but there are others who have been higher than us.
Who's actually been to the top?
Oh, nobody.
Who's gotten the closest?
There are a couple people we can introduce you to. Not here in this town. We'd have to get to Gelid.
I'm going to pull out the map and start looking at the length of the journey to Gelid.
Okay.
Well, do you mind coming with us and introducing us to these people?
Well, we have business here. We just arrived the other day, and it turns out this son of a bitch over here has been buying out all our friends' farms and forcing them out of the village.
I'm sorry to
He
hear
doesn't
that.
look much like a farmer.
He says, I'm not a farmer. I'm something people around here don't appreciate. A land developer.
Even worse.
Well,
I already hate you.
Oh, really? Do they have land developers in the land of the dead?
well, let's hear him out. Might be for a good reason.
What's a good reason for destroying the land?
I'm not destroying the land. I wish...
No, I kind of want to hear what he wants to say.
Please keep your strange woman friend quiet. If you want to have a conversation, it will be without... I don't know you, and I'm not obliged to answer any of your questions if you're going to be rude.
Can you go ahead and roll a con save?
3.
All right. You're going to take 5 cold damage.
What did you do?
Damage. What'd you do?
Frostbite.
Oh, gosh.
Oh.
So, Oven lifts up her hand and blasts this cold wave at the guy. And
Raylan goes, Oven.
and he's just like,
Darrow just
oh!
sighs, like,
And you see, like, his clothes, like, he has this nice, like, fur-lined cloak on and these, like, fancy button clothes, and it's all just rimmed with frost now. And he's just like, oh, God! He looks at his hand, and he's, like, trying to move his fingers, like, this one's turned blue a little bit. He's like, what? Oh! And he looks both scared and angry, and he tears out of the place.
Well, there goes the polite conversation.
and the problem.
As he
Owen
as he
and
runs
Ellen.
by,
Oh, yeah.
Throg
Okay.
stops him for a second.
Okay, you're going to stop him?
Yeah,
In what manner?
just you know, the old palm the face kind of thing.
Okay.
He hasn't moved from the doorway, so
Okay, so you just stay in the doorway, yeah?
yeah.
Okay.
So does it feel like that in Jotunheim?
I haven't been to Jotunheim. He's now stopped dead in his tracks. He clearly wants to back away from Throck, but he's too cold.
Be nice to
That's right.
Do we need him anymore?
No. Oh, unless the child had questions.
No, not really.
Nobody needs a land developer.
I don't even know what that is. But
Just
if you don't, sure. And
just let him pass. Yeah.
Okay. So, Throck, to be clear, you are letting him pass?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, well, out he goes.
So, how much money do these farmers owe him?
So the guy that was arguing with him just throws up his hands and says, I don't know how they got into debt in the first place. This was always a farming town. There was never a lot of money around here, but everybody owned their own places. Nobody, at least I thought they did. There's no reason why they should owe their entire livelihoods to this man I've never met before. Makes no sense, I tell you.
Where does he live? Or is he not from around here?
Well, he's not from here, but he lives here now.
We're here.
Well, I don't know if
At which point Oven just produces a flame on her hand.
Man.
Elon, the quieter one, holds up his hand and says, Mistress, if that's what you like to be called.
I don't actually care one way or the other.
All right. Well, listen, that's terrifying. But if you're threatening to burn down the place where he lives, you should know that you're standing in it. He hasn't bought his own house yet. He's set up shop here in the inn. He has one of the rooms upstairs.
How much for all the rooms for the night?
Well, the innkeeper is Natia, who ran out of the room a while ago. You'll have to ask her when she returns.
Oh, yeah.
I just want his room.
Well, I want all of them, so he can't have a room.
Man.
Owen
I like
finishes
the way you think.
Owen finishes a drink, puts it down, and says, I'll go find her. Walks through the back and is gone. You're left in the room with Elond.
By the way, I think at this moment, Raylan's going to introduce himself to Elon because none of us introduce ourselves. I'm Raylan, and he's not going to introduce everyone else.
Oh, hi, I'm Elond. That was Owen who just left, and the jackass with the frostbite was Kilman.
Kilman.
This is Throck.
Hello, Mr. Throck.
Yep.
Darrow.
You guys look like you know the range pretty well, yeah?
Well,
this one here...
We've been in the thick of it.
He points at Throck, says, this one here looks like he could probably survive in the mountains for a bit.
Well, that's what we're hoping, but what we're more worried about is us.
Not that worried about the rock. We're more worried about us.
Yeah, I'm worried about them too.
He says, yeah. I've heard of Ermin before. Is that really what you are?
Mm-hmm.
If you weren't standing in front of me, I wouldn't believe the story.
I'll believe it.
Strange
we actually
times.
fought. We actually fought in a big war not too long ago.
An war?
Yeah, both sides.
They're literally looking at royalty here. points to Throck.
Are you an king then?
Yes.
Yeah.
He even has a queen too.
In the stories I heard, men couldn't speak.
Well, they can, just not the best.
Interesting.
That's probably true.
The Untamed Steppes have a reputation similar to that of Jotunheim. People who go there don't come back.
Then we should be fine.
Yeah, we're not full.
That is actually true.
What about these two?
does
They
it
look relatively human. He's pointing at Raylan and Daro here.
Now.
Long story, but
We have a couple of tricks. A couple of tricks too.
yeah, we can handle ourselves. Except for the cold. Where can I find someone who sells more furs and warm stuff?
Yeah, like
Well, it gets pretty cold right here in Quietus in the wintertime. I'm sure you can find furs to buy here in town. If you do intend to travel to Gelid, there will be plenty available for you there.
cool.
Great. That sounds like our next destination then.
Yeah, Gelid. There's nothing we should worry about from here to Gelid, right? Like on the way.
What do you mean? Like more
Like-
giants?
No, like just I don't know. Like we're not familiar with this area, so I just want to be prepared if there's like people who tend to prey on people who go from this town to that town.
Dangers. Are there any dangers?
Yeah.
Bandits.
My friend is trying to say.
Oh, there's the occasional bandit group, but we haven't seen any in a while. They leave Owen and I alone after we killed a few of them a couple years ago.
What's the name of the group?
Oh, it's just a bunch of bandits. I don't know if they have a name.
Oh, okay.
So are you saying that you have seen giants or have not seen giants?
I'll tell you something. One time, and don't tell Owen this because he makes fun of me. One time, I'm pretty sure I saw one. It was snowy. Owen says it was just a tree blowing in the wind, but there was no tree there. It was the highest up I'd ever been. I saw this shape, like a man shape, walking through the snow. But it was on the other side of a hill. It was much too big. Had to have been a giant. And Whoa, what was that, Raylan?
I was just gonna ask, did you speak to it?
No, it was just a silhouette. It was sort of in the distance. But just earlier this year, while Owen and I were out in the range, supposedly a troop of soldiers from the capital came up through Gelid and captured an entire party of 10 giants and took it off
No
in some
way.
wagons somewhere.
No way.
That's what we were told. I mean, they're talking about it in Gelid. Personally, I think they were trying to play a trick on us. Everybody was...
There's not even a wagon that could hold a giant.
Well, it was more than one wagon. It was one giant per wagon is what I was told. I don't know. It's nonsense. They were playing tricks on us. What's that?
I don't think they could hold 10 giants.
You don't believe in giants either, do you, mistress?
Oh no, there were giants.
There were giants. Not anymore?
Yeah. No, there are giants.
I'm sure there still are, but there were giants in those carts.
How do you know?
Throck, do you remember how we met?
Yeah.
Roll history.
Yeah, it was 8.
You remember the giants.
There were giants.
You definitely remember Nimir, and you definitely remember meeting Oven. The circumstances of why, a little fuzzy.
I would assume, I would guess that there's something fighting involved, maybe food, but yeah, there were giants.
Throck happened to kill them all.
Oh yeah.
You
Oh yeah.
you killed
Hey,
all the
Erie, are
giants.
they in there?
They can't be that big if you killed 10 of
Yeah.
them.
That was actually what Throck was about to do. Erie, see the giants? Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, Erie's like, oh,
All of
this
them.
one's really big.
Yeah. There was one that was bigger than the rest.
Yeah, he's got so much blood.
Yep.
Throck,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
when you remember all these dead things,
Mm-hmm.
do you get hungry?
Sometimes.
I think no matter what he remembers, he gets hungry.
Throck, ever since I got to your head,
Yeah.
when I was in Raylan's head, I was mad all the time. And ever since I got
Right.
here, I've been hungry all the time.
Yeah. You feel it too?
Yes, you're so hungry.
Well, I know.
Why?
I know. And oh man. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go to the cart. That
No, Throck, listen. I
yeah.
know you want to eat the meat, but it's not
Yeah.
quite ready yet. I know you like to eat it raw, but I promise you, if you let it turn into jerky, it's going to be better.
Okay, do you taste when I eat?
Raylan
Yeah.
sees like
Yeah, I
this
do.
like conversation, and he's just like smiling, like
Yeah, Elon, by the way, is just like, he's frozen in mid-drink, just watching Throck talk to nobody.
Yeah.
it's like
I'm gonna go ahead and tell him there's a girl living inside Throck's head.
Great.
I've seen some strange things up near Jotunheim, but I don't mind telling you, you four are the strangest people I've ever met in Quietus.
It gets worse.
Does it now?
But we can save that for another day.
So around
Oh,
this
yeah.
time, Owand comes back with Nadia in tow. And she says, Mistress, I understand you wanted to rent a room?
We'd like to take all of them
All of them.
for the night.
Well, one of them is paid up several months in advance. Mr. Kilman rented out our best room.
I want specifically that one.
Mistress, I'm afraid Mr. Kilman has paid me quite a bit of money to keep that room for him.
how much?
Don't care.
He's paying me a gold per day, and he paid in advance up through next month.
I will give you 2 for the night.
Mistress, listen, Mr. Kilman, he has purchased most of the surrounding farms and several of the buildings here in town. He could make life very difficult for me if I give away his room.
I could make life very non-existent for him.
Oh, I wish Douglas were here. He would know what to do.
Douglas! We met Douglas.
You met Douglas?
We met Douglas.
Where? When did you meet Douglas?
On the road,
Oh,
heading towards the capital.
was he okay?
He seemed to be quite okay. A little...
Energetic for his age.
Owen says, That Douglas was a good man. One of the best men I've ever known. It's a damn shame what that Killman did to him.
What did he do to him?
Bought his farm out from under him. He's bought a lot of the farms, like we've been saying, but Douglas's farm, he burned down the house, forced him off his land. Everyone else at least still has a place to live. Douglas was out. Nadia says, I told him he could live here. I was going to give him a room, but he decided he should leave.
So where would this Killman run off to right now?
Nadia says, well, if he's not up in his room, he's probably at his office over in the town hall. He more or less runs the town at this point.
Can someone show us where town hall is?
Yeah, you guys actually saw the sign when you came in. It's the building that's kind of on the left here. Where's the... It's this one.
Okay.
So basically across the courtyard from the inn.
Yeah, exactly.
Is anything else in town hall?
I don't like the way you asked that.
Well, you mean we have a meeting room in there, and there's his office. Used to be the mayor's office, but I guess he more or less is the mayor at this point. There were a couple other offices built, but nobody's ever used them. There just aren't enough people around here.
So what you're telling me is it's empty. That's what I'm hearing.
Well, I don't know if there's anyone in there with him right now. I don't know. Are you?
How did he? I'm kind of ignoring what.
Yeah.
Alvin is.
Elon in particular. Elon in particular is now staring very hard at Oven, like, what the fuck? Because he was here, he saw you do the fire thing, and now he's putting this together.
I mean, to be fair, we did kind of just level a tower on the way in.
Wait, are you saying that out loud, Daro?
Yeah.
So they all turn and look at you, all three of them. Owen says,
it wasn't on purpose.
Yeah.
You leveled a tower?
It's neither here nor there, but how does this Killman guy get everyone into debt?
We don't know. That's what we were trying to get him to explain. Nadia says, I know.
Yeah, I was just, yeah.
Oh, then by all means.
Elaborate, please.
Somehow he pays off all the buyers for the crops.
Uh-huh.
And he has some sort of damned luck to have shown up right after the worst season we've ever had. Nobody had anything to sell much to begin with, and then they couldn't find anybody to buy. They had to borrow money just to keep their farms going. The interest rate put them right under. This inn here is the only business that he hasn't taken over.
Very well. So I assume it wouldn't bother any of you guys if he was not here anymore.
Nadia puts down the glass she's been cleaning. Says, "Mister, I don't like that kind of talk. We all go meet the queen."
Just gonna scare him off.
Well, I don't want to say an unkind word, but I do wish Douglas was back. And I know he'd still be here if Kilman wasn't.
Well, I say we...
I'm gonna turn to Raylan. What does Zalios think we should do?
Ooh.
Now I warned you about getting advice from Zalios. No offense, Mr. Zalios, but I do think there's a lot you have to learn about being a decent human being.
Zalios.
I just don't want another, assassin situation like before.
Assassin? What do you mean by assassin?
Back when I was taking out the political guy.
You guys are just talking about this in front of everyone?
Yeah, basically. We got nothing to hide. When I got the sword.
Like Raylan talks to Daro and he says, you gotta give Zalios a little bit of credit. He's been a lot better since that incident.
He has been.
Except he's stolen my staff 16 times since I got in here. 17!
By the way, he's having a lot of fun with the old man right now. It's pretty funny.
I am not amused, sir!
But anyway.
This in the Discord?
We should.
Going on?
A lot's going to be going on. Yeah.
Fantastic.
But anyway, let's move forward from this. You don't have to worry about Zalios.
Well, I believe the question was, what does Zalios want to do about Kilman?
Oh, about him?
Yeah.
What?
If we should kill him or not?
I wasn't trying to go that far, but
I will.
We have a journey. We have a goal.
If
and we
Zalios, if he's in our way, then we have to take care of him.
Yeah, because if we need Elon and his friend to help us, and they need this guy gone or dealt with before they'll help us.
I am perfectly okay with.
I mean, we don't have to go straight to killing. That's not the first option.
Yeah, maybe we should.
Absolutely, the first option for me.
Maybe we should try to convince him first.
This is coming from an ex-assassin.
Mm-hmm.
Painfully.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's try to convince with words first.
So while you guys are having this conversation, Owund and Elond and Nadia have kind of slid away from you, just sort of moved off to the end of the room to form like their own little group and let you guys do whatever the hell you're doing.
Well, let's track him down and see what we can do.
Well, he's right across the courtyard, apparently, in the mayor's office, in their town hall. We can walk over there right now.
Let's go.
All right. Well, you guys gonna head over here, and you come inside. On the ground floor, there is a big meeting room, like Nadia described. There is several bench seats in a row with a podium in front. And then in the back, there's a door with a staircase up. And up there, you do find the office she was talking about, and there is Kilman inside of it, wrapping his hand up.
How's it going, Kilman?
I'm gonna go in and just sit on his desk.
Says, I'm warning you. I didn't come to town without help.
Hey, wait. Did you actually kill a man?
No.
Yeah.
Molly produces a flame in her hand.
So now he's just looking around at all of you. And he doesn't look scared. He looks more annoyed. Finally, he stands up, straightens his shirt, kind of does the Picard maneuver a little. He says, well, I don't know what any of you are, but I do know what you're not. What you're not doing is getting me out of here.
You have
Watch me.
till tonight to pack your things and leave.
That's interesting, because your time has already run out. You hear a noise, and in the hallway behind you, you see a half a dozen men coming up the stairs from below with big swords and shields.
Only half a dozen?
You hear
This
Zelios,
is your help?
you hear Zelios' voice go, finally, and then he turns into Zelios right in front of him.
Lay down.
And my shadow is gonna separate and become my shadow.
And as you guys do all of this, Zelios, you hear Rod's voice say, Mr. Zelios, I know we haven't always seen eye to eye, but I think it's rather important that you point your eyes at that side door over there.
Zelios looks.
The door is closed, but you see running from underneath the door, across the floor behind the desk to where Kilman is standing, a small, thin tendril of slime.
Yes.
And that is where we're going to end for the night.
Oh, damn. Damn.
The plot thickens.
There we go.
Well, it's just going to be like Oldham.
Yeah. So that's it for tonight,
Good
guys.
session, guys.
We
Good
don't have
session.
enough time to start combat right now, but we'll pick up with it right away next week.
We'll make it fast, I promise.
Yeah.
I told you we should kill him.
Next week.
Like I said, I always enjoy the roleplay episodes a lot.
Yeah.
You know?
I didn't expect you guys to spend so much time at the tower. I mean, I had it prepped in case, but I really thought you guys would push through the quietest. I should have known that you couldn't see a thing and not uncover its every secret.
Probably not the
That's
way
who we are as
it was
people.
intended to be uncovered, but
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing happened that wouldn't have happened at some point, but yeah, it wasn't necessarily for today.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I can't wait for next week.
All right.
All right, guys. Well, thanks so much.
Yay! Thank you, guys.
Those of you watching, thanks for coming on board. Thanks for the raid, Zero Doxy. If anyone who came with Zero Doxy is still here, thank you very much. We appreciate you. We appreciate all our viewers. We do have a Discord, as we mentioned at the top of the show. Check us out. There's links to it beneath the Twitch video. If you're watching on YouTube, there's a link to the Discord there. You can read the goings-on inside Raylan and Zelios' head in the Zelios and Raylan channel. you can read Throck Talk, where Throck occasionally hosts a talk show. You can read the Daro channel, where we used to have conversation. We used to do role plays whenever Matt would miss an episode, and we had to explain what happened to Daro. But now that we're on lockdown, that channel's been quiet for a while. And then there's also Oven's channel.
Wow.
Wait,
It's just there.
Yeah, in case we need it.
Should we rename Zalios' channel to or add et al. Or something to the end of it?
Raylan et al.
Yeah.
What is the actual name of the channel? It was something a little longer. It was Raylan versus Zalios, the series. That's what we called it.
Yeah, the series.
Yeah.
And Oven's Angry Allocution, Daro's Daring Deeds, and Throck Talk. So you can check us all out there. We also have, general discussion channel for the show, and there is even a DM Secrets channel, which the players do not have access to, where if you want to ask me something about something that happened in the game or something coming up, you can. And sometimes I'll just throw little spoilers in there for the regular viewers.
I don't think I actually knew about that channel until now.
Well, I told you guys about it at the beginning, but it doesn't appear when you see the Discord, so you probably all forgot. But it's there.
Yep. I forgot.
Yeah. All right, so we'll see everyone next week, 8:30 Pacific time. And thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
Fair fight.
Fun.